Today I'm watching Goosebumps episode 10. This is part of the 13 episodes that are on Netflix. I wish there was more. Some episodes have definitely been more hit or miss. This is a part 2 episode continuing on from episode 9. This dad is turning himself into a plant in the basement, and we had that cliffhanger ending in the last episode where Casey, the son, is about to be attacked by a plant. The 2-part episodes I've seen so far have really had an intense twist ending, so I'm very curious to see where this is gonna go. It's definitely reminding me of Reanimator meets Troll 2 meets Invasion of the Body Snatchers a little bit, so I'm very curious to see what the final result will be. I know there was a few other anthology style horror kids TV shows that came out in the 90s, so let me know in the comments if you think I should watch that as well. But thank you so much for sharing and this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
Help me, I'm caught! Casey! Margaret, come here, quick! Please, Margaret, get it off! Casey!
Oh, Casey's doomed now!
Get it off! Pull! Hold still! Get it off!
You shouldn't have been near the window.
Oh,
What? That's his first response.
basement.
There was no fight.
Where's Doctor now?
It's part of my work. Work that you've now disrupted.
He's like, you know, I hate to be disrupted.
You're not a mad scientist, are you, Dad?
No, I'm an angry scientist.
He's like, there's a difference. Angry, mad, very distinct. Like the doctor's trapped in the basement. He's feeding him this plant juice. Oh, God.
What's that noise?
I was like, is that a saw? Oh, God. He's just putting a lock on the door.
Going out for a little while. I'll be back in a couple of hours.
Cue the lightning. Ba, 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 ba.
I'm calling Mom.
At the very least, call somebody, man.
I can't believe it. It was a white piece of paper with Aunt Eleanor's phone number on it. It was sitting right here on the counter.
Is he just eating peanut butter out of the jar? Stress eating.
I'm saying it's possible.
No, it isn't. He's our dad. Where are you going?
I think the real crime here is that he left the peanut butter unattended on the counter.
I don't like it one bit.
Dad!
Oh, shoot.
You've reached the Brewer family. At the tone, please leave a message. I'll be sure to get back to you.
Randomly hitting the buttons always works out, yeah. Very ominous music with this beat. The head tilts of curiosity. Ew! He just dropped a worm out of his pocket. Oh, he's gonna eat it, isn't he? Ew, gross, gross, gross. More worms? Where are these coming from? Oh, why does he have the doctor's wallet? Busted. Yeah, a literal bed of worms. Ew, that's so many. Oh, God. No, thank you. I will not be on worm duty. That was very much like real. Ew. It's like a heartbeat in the worms. What was that sound? Oh, no. Was that a finger? Ah! Why does the plant have hands?
Isn't that the plant that tried to grab you? The plant you cut your finger on? Yeah.
Did it grow into a human? What? Oh my God, there's a person inside! That looks so creepy. The person inside the plant.
Then what were...
Sounds.
Oh God, he's turning green.
Casey, let go of me. What's wrong with you? It's Dad.
It can't be Dad. Dad left, remember?
What?
Okay, I won't untie him. I'll just take the tape off his mouth, okay?
Their dad's been tied up in the basement this whole time?
That closet for days.
Huh? But how? We saw you.
No, it wasn't me. It's a plant.
What? A literal plant.
Tie me. Quick.
You're saying the father we've been living with is a plant?
Yes.
In more ways than one, yes. Oh, shoot.
I'll explain later. Okay, I promise.
Which dad's the real dad?
He's not our real father.
He is. I know he is. Aren't you? Aren't you?
Should have left him tied up. Oh, no, I hate this game.
He's not your dad. He's not even human.
What? That's what he said about you.
He's the copy. He's the dangerous one. He's trying to make plant copies of us all. Spray him!
The turmoil these children must be facing. Yes.
Destroy him.
Please. Princess.
Ah. Yeah, bye, plant dad. Melting. I'm melting. Oh, into a pile of green goo. It was an imposter.
It wanted to dominate its environment. It overpowered me. And I think that it wanted to make plant copies of us all.
Yes, definitely.
Me about you two. I said you were both growing like weeds.
Ah, ha 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 ha, plant
I
joke.
almost was.
That kid looks terrified.
Garden vegetables. Oh. No, I'm only kidding. I got hamburgers for everybody. Let's go. Let's go.
He's like, aren't you glad we're not all plants? Ah, ha 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 ha.
Margaret. Margaret, help me.
Now the plants are talking to her.
Your father. I'm your real father.
What?
I'm your father. I'm your father.
That's horrifying. She's never going outside. She's never leaving the house. That's so creepy. Ew. So creepy. Could you imagine? You would just always be wondering. Oh my gosh, those poor kids. So that was my first time watching Goosebumps episode 10. It was the two-part conclusion from episode 9 about this dad conducting these plant experiments, this botanist in his basement. The twist wasn't as groundbreaking as I was kind of hoping for. The dad turned out to be locked up in the basement the whole time, or so we're led to believe, with this plant dad taking over, and he was somehow able to create this plant copy of himself. And then I think Margaret also had something similar happen to her, as we know she cut her hand on that other plant, and now she can hear the plants talking to her, which I think would be so creepy. And obviously them going through life thinking, okay, is this dad our real dad? Is this our plant dad? Would the plant dad know everything your real dad does? So to me, that was more of the creepy element. I figured the dad had trapped the doctor in the basement, and then to see the dad come out, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was kind of expecting more of a twist. Again, I think the element of continuously guessing who your dad is would be creepy, and I don't know if these plants talking to her is something that'll go on for forever, if her brother will be able to hear them as well. They cleared out the basement from all the plants. The dad's got his job back now, but again, I think there would still be some moments where you'd be questioning, is this my dad, or did I bring this plant to life and now he's just wandering around through our house basically? I feel like Margaret would never go outside if every time the flowers are calling to her saying like, I'm your real dad, I'm your real dad. Like, that would be terrifying, and this like haunted whisper voice coming at her. We had kind of the cheesy lightning coming through and this very like booming music while they're in the basement as well. We did get to see a little bit more of the set in the basement with the plants, and that part where the plant opened and then you could see the guy's head like in this plant suit. That was so creepy. It was just kind of a quick flash of that shot, but terrifying. That would have haunted my dreams as a kid, and I think if they would have done more of a close-up on it, maybe it wouldn't have looked great, but I think for this angle it still looked decent, and again would have been terrifying. And I think now anytime somebody's parents are working in the basement, they're going to be suspicious, and again, alluding to this creepy basement feel. And their dad still works with plants, like he's still going to go back to work as a botanist, so who's to say he won't try some crazy experiments again? Or was that the plant dad, leading this crusade and trying to obviously turn the kids into plants as well? We also had the shot of the plant with like a human hand coming out of it, so maybe they were trying to make more and more copies. I definitely feel like that shot where the worms were on the bed were real worms. It was terrifying, and it looked like they were moving in this like heartbeat pattern, almost like they were pumping up and then going back down. Again, it was the early 90s. I don't know how much CGI was involved. I don't know what the budget for this show was, but I'm going to assume those were all real worms and someone was responsible for putting them out and keeping track of them, or who knows, but just so gross. And it was interesting to have a family member gone for the entire episode. The mom is out of the picture. It's just the dad at home alone with the kids. And even before the mom leaves, the dad is acting a little bit suspicious. So obviously this happened before the mom left, because Margaret was saying, he hasn't called me princess in a while, and that's something he always does. And I wonder what this plant's plan was to slowly turn everybody into a plant and like world domination. Overall, I thought it was an interesting episode. The concept more of like questioning your parents and having your parents as kind of this bad guy as this plant's taken over his body was interesting. Not as big of a twist as I was anticipating, but still enjoyable. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. I feel like the doctor's trapped in the basement and he's feeding him this plant juice. Cue the lightning. Ba, 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 ba. Is he just eating peanut butter out of the jar? Stress eating. The head tilts of curiosity. More worms. Where are these coming from? Is that a finger? Ah! Why does the plant have hands? Their dad's been tied up in the basement this whole time?